Okay, if any of you saw that, if any of you saw that, I just got a parcel in the mail. Couldn't write that. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, this is going to be a retrospective review today on my debut album, Electric Street. A quick recap because I was going fully in detail about it on the last live. Quick recap on this release. So, Electric Street marks the start of my current discography. So this is my first album that I have public released officially. So I do have other albums. I consider them kind of like my beginning, the beginning of my creation, my creativity. But I don't consider them as official albums of mine. Not that any of my albums you could say are official, because obviously I'm not assigned to a label and whatever, but officially released on every platform. This is the first album of mine that is officially released on every platform. So Electric Street was released on the 1st of December 2019, which means it's 5 years old in a couple months, which is madness. Today we're going to go track by track. I'm going to give you my thoughts and just things maybe that I would do differently now, or just we'll see. So we're going to go straight into it because I don't want to faff. So the first song on the album is "Beware of the Night" in brackets "Before You Get Hurt." This we'll talk about it as we go. Let's just play it.
Funny the things you say never get me down. Funny the way you move, nobody hears a sound.
I hope this sounds okay.
I shout and screaming, nobody cares. It's too much for them to understand.
Okay, so at the start, I did the a cappella intro opening, which, I mean, I wanted to do something like that for ages, especially with the deep voice is something you'll hear a lot in this album. I do use kind of like that 2010s, 2010s, using a lower pitched or higher pitched vocal effect. I just love it. I feel like it's so cool. I know a lot of people think it's dated, but I think it's so cool. And like, I feel like it just, once again, this is the only album of mine that I have officially released from the 2010s, which is weird. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I still got a piece of that in my discography. And yeah, let's play, and maybe the thoughts will come back to me.
You see my skull, but you don't make a judgment. You see a scar, but you don't pull a face. Is it that you're too scared to understand?
Love that vocal.
My sense of humor relies in your place.
Okay. Love this. I love this intro. I love that first verse so much. I feel like my vocal actually, for this stage of my music journey, were actually quite polished. Like, they don't sound, I mean, they were fully recorded on my headphone mic in GarageBand on my phone. But I feel like they sound mastered and mixed well. Obviously, I think this is the first album I really fully mixed my vocals, and I can't tell you if I did that on every track. I probably didn't, but for a good most of them I did. We're gonna get into the chorus now. I have mixed feelings about this. I like the chorus.
We come out at night, we give you a haunting fright, we might scare you right, so get on your game. We'll make you afraid for your life, because that's how we strive. We do it, stay alive. Don't just hide away.
So my issue here is, I feel like those drums and that kind of kind of bass synth, they could have worked, but I feel like the drums, I was trying to channel kind of your 90s MJ, and the synths kind of a bit like Fame Monstery, the Fame-esque, so I feel like it doesn't quite gel. And I also feel like my vocals sounded a bit flat, but I will give myself a pass there because they're mixed, and we've heard worse in these previous retrospective reviews. Let's just say that. Okay, so we're going to get into the second verse.
Even though we might have beauty, we don't show it. And even though we have soft bones, we don't break them. We get on the train, follow you through the day. We see how you play, so we scare you and creep you and haunt you away.
This song has the most use of that vocal effect, mainly because I just like it, and I feel like it works with the vibe of this song. But yeah, the lyrics I also have a bit of an issue with, only because I feel like they're a bit on the nose. I feel like they're a bit like... They're not bad by any means. I don't think they're bad. Once again, at least I wrote them. That's something that my last... I don't know how many albums I had at this point. Glitch Experience, Dark Moon, Temptation, Nothing Is Real, Woods Draws. The last 5 of those albums, 6 if you count Lightning, did not have. So... yeah.
Come out at night.
Chorus again.
So get on.
Okay, right.
Just hide away.
So this is like the pre-bridge. I like that note, and I'm surprised that that wasn't crunchy, because I still now have issues with vocal runs, which is like your scaling of your vocals, like doing like a kind of improvised run of your voice. I struggled to do it. Back then I definitely did. So the fact that that was like that polished enough, surprising. I was very inspired here by Aura by Lady Gaga, which if you've heard that song you'll know. This is a bit flat.
Beware of the tall glass shown in the time lapse.
So, right, here's my issue with this bridge is the lyrics just don't quite make sense. The lyrics to this song do not make sense, really. I don't know. They just rhyme, so they work, but like there's no, I don't know.
Of the new guy, he doesn't want to see you get by. Beware of lamplight.
Kind of reminds me of like
it sees you and it
a video game, guys. I don't know.
Beware of me.
This note is crunchy. Yeah, that's crunchy.
Whoa.
And I knew that when I recorded it. That's why I tried to save it. I don't know what I said there, but I did say something and reversed it. Because, you know, edgy. Because this part I do love. Gotta say it.
Not all creatures at night are as heartless as they seem, but the ones that are make it clear and they'll get you with their teeth. It only takes one little push to get you out of there. Don't wait too long or you'll end up making songs.
I don't like that lyric at all. Okay, it's this part that I really like, because that's kind of like the vocals on it.
Beware of the night before you get hurt. Beware of the night before you get hurt. Beware of the night before you
This is
get
purely just an outro breakdown.
Beware of the night before you get hurt. 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 Beware of the night.
I mean, it could have been a bit shorter. The song probably would have been about 4 minutes if it wasn't for this.
Beware of the night before you get hurt.
So another thing is I was really into at the end of all these songs most of the time is by ending them in like an echo ending, and I still like doing that now, but I did it a lot back then, and it was kind of like all the endings would just be a repeated vocal, an echoed vocal. Okay, so that's Beware of the Night Before You Get Hurt. I mean, this album's a bit weird. It kind of is split into two halves. You know, that's why there's two covers, because you have the dark side of the album, which is the first 6 tracks, and then you have the lighter side of the album, which is the last 6. And this, I mean, there are some personal songs on here of things I felt at the time, but this one wasn't a personal track. It was just more of a dark, edgy track, and I thought it was a good intro to the album. Also, mainly purely just because of that opening a cappella. I love it. But yeah, that's Beware of the Night. I don't have much to say there. I still quite like that song. The next one's Constant Vortex.
Like ice hit my soul.
I'm gonna quickly get a drink, and then we will go into it. So give me a second. Okay. Constant Vortex.
Ice hit my soul in the middle of the road on a cold summer day. Your words swirl around, circle me till I'm down. That's just the fun of it. No matter how I try to escape my feelings of needing you, I'm stuck here in a vortex, needing you.
So far what I'm noticing with this track is I really like the vocal effects. And my vocals I don't mind, it just sounds like I'm really struggling to hit the notes, but I feel like it's kind of disguised with the vocal effects.
It gets so hard to take my mind off you.
I mean, also,
I
the
wish
production kind of stays a bit of a constant,
presence off my mind.
no pun intended,
Although I love you,
until almost a minute in. And this is, I think, the first time
I just have to
I experimented with trap.
Have to move on.
This is the thing, this song doesn't really have like a chorus.
Have to move on. When life gave me lemons, I threw them back. I couldn't handle sour when I wanted sweet. Too bad I took the wrong end of my words. I tasted better. Now I can't stop chasing it. Around it in the vortex, 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 spinning, spinning around. I'm slowly starting to get tangled up. I'm slowly crept up, trapped up in my mind. What was I doing and how can I fix myself now? It
Yeah,
gets
the vocals were a bit of a struggle, I think.
hard to take my mind
Okay,
off you.
we got the chorus.
Mind off. No matter what I do, people look so empty. My heart
Okay,
does
bridge.
also. But when you've been used so many times, you'll start to forget why no one ever fill it out. No one ever will fill it out. No one ever will fill it out. Oh yeah.
So that was a bit of a crunchy vocal, but I feel like style-wise, it sounded a bit like kind of whiny, like a bit like, I don't know. So it kind of worked. I love that.
It gets so hard to take my mind. Sometimes it gets too soon. No matter what I do.
I messed up, and I could have retook the vocal. I didn't. No matter what I do. Why did I say it like that? I don't know.
But am I the only one who can't move on?
See what I mean? Like, I feel like that would have been more satisfied if it just ended like with reverb, not move on. And I also don't like how it ended with like the double. I don't know. I just wish it was just the one layered vocal. I don't know. I didn't like the 2-layered vocal on that. Overall, though, not a bad song. I just feel like it's kind of. I don't know. It's not a top favourite of mine on that album, I'll say that. But I do like it. I don't have an issue with it. Next track is the lead single, which is Fake Happiness. I don't have an issue with this song. I still am really proud of this song. It low-key kind of flops at the time, kind of. But that wasn't my fault. That was Bruno's
the first time, but as time goes on and on and
well, no,
on,
it probably was my fault. I don't know.
Notice the decline.
So I premiered this song, and you know what? When I made this song, I didn't even think anything about it being a single. I honestly, I couldn't tell you what I even thought was going to be the first single. The only one I knew that was probably going to be a single is Get Away From Me. But I didn't know. And when I compiled the album together, when I made the track list, I listened to it all and I was like listening for what song could be a single. And it's just that kind of vibe where this song just stood out. It just stood out to me and I was like, we're going to use it. So yeah, so also something I forgot to mention in the intro, this album went through so many stages of development and stages of what it could have been. I mean, let's try and go through it and I'll try and remember. So originally it was going to be more of a pop album. I mean, it still is a pop album, but it wasn't going to have those kind of trap elements that, do you know what I mean? And it wasn't going to be a dark album. It was actually going to be kind of more like a celebration-ish. And then it was going to be I was going to make a duo album alongside with my next album. And those Island Days and Don't You Know My Name were two songs that were going to be from that album. Now, I love Island Days with a passion. I don't necessarily... I'm going to actually replay it. After we finish with the album, I'll go through the extra tracks. That's going to be on there if I don't forget. We'll get into my issues actually with Island Days. And then obviously, you all know Don't You Know My Name ended up on chapter 2, which now doesn't exist. Thanks, Root Now. And thanks to whoever bought Fake Streams for Wasn't There a Second remix. But I don't know. Like, I'm so glad that Don't You Know My Name ended up as its own thing now and is still a part of my discography. Island Days isn't so much, but we'll get to that later. So it was going to be... I was going to do a duo album. Then I kind of gave... I had this kind of 10-track album concept, and it was like paint by numbers, and then it was going to be like I've said this before, the album cover was horrific. I'm so glad that picture is gone, because it was bad. And then I had an album called, I think, A Day of Hope, and it was going to be a bit more like somber and a bit more kind of like simplistic. A couple of songs on the unreleased collection, well, one of them specifically comes from there. And then I just carried on making, because I was like, I don't feel like releasing an album yet. I just want to make until I'm happy with what I've done. And that's how Electric Street kind of formed. And the name came just from me thinking of like a load of titles. I've wrote them all down in a book somewhere. I don't know where that book is, but if I find it, I'll post it on my Instagram story. And there was just a load, and I mean a load of titles, and Electric Street, I think, was the one that I underlined and liked the most. So Fake Happiness was a late addition to the album. So Beware and Constant were late additions to the album. Fake Happiness was also a late addition to the album. They were kind of, I think, September, October 2019. That's when I made those songs. So, yeah, anyway. I'm not going to get too much into Fake Happiness, because y'all know it. Yeah, in fact, you know what? I'm not actually going to recap Fake Happiness, only because it's a song that, like, has stayed with me. It's not really one I need to revisit. So we're just going to go into Fire Escape. This song is a deep cut. If I had an iceberg, this one would be at the bottom. Along with Suffocating from Breathe, along with Midnight and Get Ready from A Day Without Music, along with Hurt All the Way from Polyhemia. I don't know why this song just falls into it. I mean, I don't even know. Even I forgot that this song existed. And it almost didn't make it on the album. It was, I think, an early mid. No, it wasn't an early. It was definitely a middle of the line. It didn't fall into the late sessions of the album. It didn't fall into the early sessions. It was kind of like the summery September kind of session of the album. So anyway, this is Fire Escape.
We were driving down the road, going very fast. Seems it couldn't last. Time went fast. Going down a motorway, can't escape. Feels like a bird who is trapped in a cage.
I don't like that lyric because I feel like it's like a really generic kind of simile, and I don't like it.
But I see the light shining ahead of me.
Okay, the layered vocals and the harmonies are really questionable, but this was like the first time I actually tried to do it, so...
I see people staring at me. Doesn't matter what I see, as long as I can find a way out of here. Find a way out of here. I open up the fire escape, write all the points of view, tap all of my love and my life and my hope. I open up the fire escape, write all of the points of view, tap all of my love and my life.
I have a love-hate relationship with that.
It's a shortcut to freedom, or running away. Either way, I will escape.
I like that. I don't know. I like the way I sing that.
I open up the fire escape.
Very short verse though. It's like it could have done with being a bit extended.
Tap all of my love and my life and my hope. I open up the fire escape, write all of the points of view.
My issue with it is it sounds flat until it echoes. I love the double layering of this. It sounds so good. And I was really impressed at the time when I did it. I was like, me? I don't like that. So this is where she goes wacky, experimental, Impossible Princess, Björk, drum and bass. There is a crunchy note that comes up in a minute though.
But the fire escape won't open.
This part is a bit crunchy.
Why won't the door open? why I want the downfire escape open. Open.
That wasn't the crunchy note I was talking about. You'll hear it in a minute. And yeah, I'm cringing already thinking about it. And I feel like this song didn't need this, because if it was a 3.5 minute long song of what we heard in the first minute, this is the crunchy part. I mean, it's not that wasn't that bad, it's this one, I think. Yeah, my voice cracked. And I just like cut the vocal out and then made it sound like it was intentional. I should have deleted that second one. The first one sounded okay-ish. How does this song end? Because I genuinely can't remember. We've got 30 seconds left. Oh no, I remember. I love the ending of this song actually.
Society, hope, it's all gone. Life, love, it's all gone. Equality, peace, it's all gone. Caring people, they're all gone. Society, hope, it's all gone. Life, love, it's all gone. Equality, peace, it's all gone. Caring people, they're all gone. They're all gone.
So the echo ending actually works on this song because I didn't double layer it, but I love that. I love how that ends. I love that. I can't remember the exact lyric, but the equality piece, it's all gone. Caring people, they're all gone. I love that. I love it. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that song. I remember at the time, I would have said that was my least favourite one, and I don't actually agree. I feel like that is a decent track. It's just a deep cut. Next is Hurt Me Like That. I know this is one of Sam's favourites, so thank you, Sam. This was a mid-session addition to the album. This was actually one of the tracks that was going to be on that 10-track album. You know, the one with the paint by numbers. It was going to be on that album. Thank the world it wasn't. So this is Hurt Me Like That. This is your kind of... I always feel like this could have been on X. I don't know why. This part is kind of a bit cringy, but...
Okay, no. Can we change it, please? Okay, thanks. I often wonder why you changed it.
I love the drums.
The deal we got into this time. We separated, it was the end of it. We talked again from time to time. Cause I want to know everything that you said down the line.
The vocals sound a bit over-processed, I think. Like, I definitely put tuning on them, but it made them just sound really punchy.
Spreading stuff that I never did. I never knew you such had bitter intentions, oh no.
So what I was meant to say there was I didn't know that you're kind, but I said you such, and left it in, but whatever.
Why would you have to hurt me like that? You twisted the sword, now it's on your back. Why would you hurt me like that?
Surprisingly, I think the vocals sound fine.
Why would you hurt me like that?
Apart from that
try to
low
stop.
note.
I would try to end all the mess you started. Before I get stressed. Before I get stressed. Before I get stressed. Before I get stressed. Stress.
So because I was repeating that, I didn't just copy and paste it because I repeated it. I was going off key every time I said stressed. Obviously, because there's too many syllables to say in time. Stressed. I mean, even now I would, as you say it towards the end, your vocal kind of goes down. You have to have a lot of control, and I didn't really have the control at the time for that, but...
You need to realize deals don't work like that. It's a shame because that in your mind you thought you could never miss. You know that you are wrong. Highly, very wrong. Solve the issues that you caused, otherwise I'm leaving. Why would you have to hurt me like that? You twisted the
considering this album, this side of the album is actually a bit edgy. It's actually not that personal. Like, in retrospect, I've had a lot more personal songs than anything on this album. Okay.
Before I get stressed.
Okay, we'll get to the bridge in a minute.
As we return to landing, it is very strange. that you somehow left will come and get you again. As we return to landing, it is very strange that you somehow left will come and get you again. Why would
See,
you
that was me trying to rhyme again with strange, and just say it however you want to say it.
have to hurt me like that? You twisted the
So the rest of the song is basically just the chorus repeated. But I'm going to play the outro though.
Why would you hurt me like that? Why would you have to hurt me like that? You twisted the sword, now it's on your back. Why would you hurt me like that? Why would you hurt me like that?
I really wish I just left it as the single vocal. I don't know why I've laid it so much at the end. But overall, I have no issues with that song. I actually really like it. The next song on the album is Nightmare. Let's talk about it. This was, once again...
Unlucky.
This was a mid addition to the album. Kind of like... Was also... I can't say if it was going to be on that 10-track album, but it could have possibly been. Yeah, let's get into it.
Night.
I love the production of this song. And I don't actually have an issue with it. The only issue is, I don't know why I put this on the A Day Without Music tour set list, but ever since I have, I've not been able to listen to the song again. So,
these are the words are falling down on the paper.
The vocals are a bit
They
crunchy.
try to contact you, but they're never successful.
Yeah, like that was a crunchy.
Hear the voices in your mind telling you
I have a love-hate relationship again with that effect.
Hear the voices in
Like,
your
that sounds so much
brain
better because you can't hear what I'm
telling you
saying.
that you're going to go insane. It's only a nightmare, try to calm down now. It's only your brain playing tricks on you, you're not alone. Nightmare, nightmare.
I like the chorus, I love that.
Nightmare. Feel a strange touch as you move through the bed sheets.
I mean, this was kind of like very Gaga inspired.
You wake up to find that you weren't in the same position.
They actually kind of sing like Gaga in one part.
It's rather scary if you think of it, so don't try to think of it.
This part, I sing like
But if
Gaga.
you do, then you're gonna get struck down by a demon.
Yeah.
Oh. It's only a nightmare, try to calm down now.
Yeah, it's just the vocals are a tiny
your
bit
brain
crunchy.
playing tricks. Nightmare.
Specifically this one. That's really crunchy.
In your nightmare, you hear this
I love
voice,
this,
but
and a
don't
lot of people
ever try to
didn't, but I personally love
sacrifice
it.
this choice. In your nightmare, you'll be surrounded by the ghosts that you once decided you didn't want to go with. You didn't want to go with. You didn't want to go with. It's only a nightmare, try to calm down now. It's only your brain playing tricks on you, you're not alone. Nightmare, 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 nightmare. It's only,
I love this end part.
it's only, what do you mean it's only? It's only a nightmare.
That could have been crunchy if I could saved it. I did want it to sound a bit like, I don't know, like whiny and whingy.
It's only to come down now. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare,
And then I
nightmare.
reversed it.
Have me on, have me on, have me on,
This part though.
It's really scary though.
No, that's a bit cringy. But overall, once again, not a bad song. I should probably just get over my issue with it. I don't have an issue with it. I'm just being annoying. Anyway, Carried Away at the Disco. This is the start of the upbeat pop sleigh section of the album, which is what the other album cover was inspired by. The one with the pink, thing. Anyway, this song has almost made it on my set lists for like the last 2 tours I've done. Like, it's been there and it just got cut at the last minute. Like, I don't know. It was so close to be. I feel like it was either going to be that or Get Away From Me on the Breathe tour, and I feel like I chose Get Away From Me because it just made more sense. Like, I don't know. It on that tour specifically, because it's a very short set list. It's like 20. It's not even 20 songs. I think it's like 18 songs. I feel like it wouldn't have made sense just to do a random Electric Street album track. So I don't know. But anyway, here's Carried Away at the Disco. I like this song. My vocals, though, I'm not a big fan of. I feel like I could sing them a lot better now.
I need to plan an escape. A week for my night like summer inspired. I heard a sound that flicked my lightning. Now I run to escape the frightening. I need to plan an escape. A week for my night like summer inspired. I heard a sound that flicked my lightning. Now I run to escape the frightening. I got carried away at the disco.
My only issue is I feel like my vocals
left
sound a
my
bit too loud.
thoughts
Like, I
left
feel like the
too
instrumental needs to
long.
be
Saw my
bit
sorrow
louder.
shit that now hollow. I quit trashing myself at the disco.
Love that. I love that. Disco. Love that.
Sad melodic songs filled my heart, built me up again. I started everything again. I picked the record and put it on the table. And the sequins in this jacket really do sparkle right now.
I mean, I love the
and
imagery in the
ball
lyrics.
is reflecting on my face.
Like, I can picture the scene
It feels
that
like
I
I
was
start
describing.
my
I can
prime.
imagine
It feels like I started properly this time.
So that lyric, it feels like I start my prime. It feels like I started properly this time. I mean, that has a double meaning, but I included it in there specifically because I knew this was like, I mean, at the time, this was my comeback because, yeah. But I knew deep down, I was there like, this is kind of like a re-debut. Like it feels like I'm now in my music journey. I've gone to a stage that I hadn't been before. And yeah, and I mean, you can also look at it as like, I'm just going to not bother about all the hurt that I have and just go and dance. I mean,
I got carried away.
let's get the...
I quit trashing myself at the disco.
Okay, that high note is a bit questionable, but it didn't sound awful, but it was heavily tuned.
Come to the disco.
This part is also a tiny bit cringy, but it was the first time I kind of like flirted with the idea of making a camp song. I mean, I was out. This is the first album that I was out for. So I was like, I'm just going to be camp.
Can you feel the music? Can you feel the sounds? Can you feel the music? Can you feel the music? Can you feel the sounds? Can you feel the
Love that vocal.
music?
The vocals on this part might be a bit cringy, I think.
I see myself here, I've been waiting for a long time to be happy with what I do and happy in me. I can accept myself, no more hiding from me. I can say to the world, this is
maybe
me.
not.
Who the hell are you meant to be? Who the hell are you meant to be? And as you're continuing to listen, I would strongly suggest you put on your dancing shoes and you enjoy the best ride of your life.
I love this song. I can't even lie. I really do like this song.
The best ride of your life.
I love that. I love how it ends so much. Like, it's so camp. You can't help but like not find it kind of camp. The next song is Designer Clothes. So, about this song was a standalone single released before The Wilted Rose came out, actually, I think, or maybe just after. Yeah, I know. I had a bit of like a droplet single era. And funnily enough, all of them ended up on an album. Smile Who. This song is a bit crunchy, and that is purely because it was made before I kind of was being really, really serious on my music. I don't know, there's a lot of crunchy vocals on here that I don't like, but we'll get into it. This is extremely electronic intro.
Tell me something new, I would love to know.
I still love the Britney Spears mashup I did of the song,
Like
even if it's not in
where
key.
you get those designer clothes. You wear them all through the day and night, and never get any sleep at night. You know how to work it, and your body knows how to slay it. So why don't you just wear it? Pick it up from the ground now. Pick it up from the ground now. Time to wear those designer clothes.
I don't love the chorus, this is like the pre-chorus, and then this is the chorus. I feel like it's such an anti-chorus. Like, I don't know. This is such a weird song. It's like a really experimental pop song. For what reason? The vocals.
Make it known you want the best now. Surely you won't be turned down.
So it sounds like your vocal is hanging on for dear life. That one was okay. Okay, we know. Okay, I guess this was the bridge. Just an instrumental bridge. Oh no, there is a bridge. I'm already cringing.
Work it hard now, work it hard.
Once again, why did I force myself to do high notes when I know I could not do them?
Body tear you down.
It's your life now, it's your... You got the looks, baby, yes you have.
Time to wear those designer clothes.
We get it.
Designer. Right now, so hard now, work it.
Please, why did I end the song with
Don't
this?
let anybody tear you down.
It's not even on time.
It's your life
Like...
now, it's your... You got the looks, baby, yes you have.
Oh, and that was so crunchy. Yeah, I don't know. This song is kind of like a bit of a stain on this album. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's unreleased songs that I left off this album that are better than Designer Clothes, and maybe they wouldn't have fit as much, but they should have been on here over Designer Clothes. I would have been happy with that one just staying as standalone single. Not that it's bad, it's just not good-ish. Anyway, the next one, which was the second standalone single, I think Designer Clothes was the first. Oh, no, honestly, I don't remember. I don't know. But this was one of them. And this is Don't Tell Me to Come Back Here. I also love this song. I don't like my performance I did on that live with Katie, because I'm wearing that outfit that makes it look like I'm stiff.
I'm curious to find out why you hold
But I love this song.
Experience is giving you the coldest of life, a grip you cannot tell this. You with me or are you in the cold-ish? I know how you play the game, and it
this is a good song.
insane.
I actually don't really have many things to say about this song. I love the chorus.
Tell me to come back here no more, 'cause I've grown, 'cause I've grown. Don't tell me to come back here
I just like the stylistic choice of singing like that. Okay, let's go to like the bridge.
I've grown. Don't tell, 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 don't
Do I think it builds up for this? But I like it though. Why do I like it? I don't know.
Don't tell me to come back yet, no more.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I also like the ending. Well, that was unique, where it could be the first song that didn't end in a vocal, I think, maybe. Yeah, I like that song. I don't have anything to say about it. Track 10 is Get Away From Me, second single. TikTok classic.
You don't know what you say to me, drives me crazy all the time.
Okay, that first line sounds so mastered, mixed, recorded professionally on a professional mic. I don't know. But the rest of the song, for some reason, sounds like I fully recorded it on a completely different device. I don't even know.
Oh, now
Like, why does that sound so muffled compared to that first vocal? That's my issue with this.
You know you think you're so bad, but you're really just a head.
Another thing, I feel like this song does kind of sound a bit funky, like a bit like...
Oh, get away, get away, get away, get away,
like
get away
a
from
bit
me.
derpy.
Get away, get away, get
And I
away, get away
don't
from me.
love it.
I don't wanna know your power, I don't wanna know your face. To me, you are just a vision of my past mistakes. Get away, get away, get away, get away from me. Get away, get away, get away, get away.
I really love this song. Back when I released this album, I was like, yeah, this is the best song on the album. I really do not think that anymore.
You can't do that. See you and call honey for stealing things that aren't yours. Don't you know
Like,
that's
it is kind of meant to be a bit of a camp lyric track of like, lol, I'm gonna sue you, so beware, girly. But it's like, let's get a bit serious.
honey, yes, that is a crime. And now from the count of 3, you'll be gone out my life. I don't wanna
I like
know
that.
your power, I don't wanna know your face. To me, you are just a vision of my past mistakes. Get away,
I struggle to sing this now. Back then I did, but get away, get away, get away, get away from me. I do like this.
Now I'm gone, you can't do that. See you and call honey for feeling things that aren't yours.
Love that. And then the rest of the song isn't really. It's just kind of like. Like low-key also, that kind of reminds me of Prince. Like, you know how he did some songs on the Sign of the Times album? I mean, they were meant to be on an album, I think, called Camille, where it was like an experimental project where he sang in like a purposely higher pitched voice, or he like pitched it up. It reminds me of that. I don't know why. But it's just like experimental at the end of the song. Like experimental vocal effects. I don't know. I think it's fine. I do see it as a single song. But is it my best single? No. I don't know. It's kind of like the one that I'm not embarrassed by, but like I'm not like, oh yeah, like people could potentially cringe seeing it in my discography. You know, like I can't imagine me now singing that song. So I find it really difficult on the Breathe tour to include that. I included it because it was an upbeat kind of camp track, but it was a struggle. Like I was like, Anyway, 11, second to last track, we have The Glitter Caught You Out, in brackets, Hear Me Out.
Why won't you plead with me? Why can't I plead with you? Why won't you plead with me?
So this is another camp, completely different from the rest of the album. This is fully 80s, a late edition also. I could not tell you the meaning of this song. Love that, love it, love it.
Whatever is said right now out loud can be solved between us. Solved between us. It's not bad when I come together with my friends. We sort it out. They make me happy. They make me feel like I got the glitter.
My only issue with that is that verse does sound a bit like a demo verse. Like I feel like I probably should have rewrote that and just. But this song is just fully pressing around. Loki, this actually probably is a demo. This is probably a scratch song where like you're just making ideas, but I just loved them so much that I was like,
welcome to the future, sit right back,
like this.
Take a seat, have a nap. Welcome to the future, take a seat now. Take a seat now.
So that was a reference to Joby on his album Anti-Love had a song called Take a Seat, and that was kind of a reference. I don't know why. That song actually was quite 80s, so maybe that was why, I don't know. The vocals now though. This one's okay actually. But the ones towards the end of the song are a bit crunchy.
Shout, hear me out, before I start to run about. Glitter wins again.
Crunchy. Yes. Yeah, I like the way the song ends as well. Right now. I love that I added like my actual vocal at the end of that.
Take me.
Okay, and then we've got the last track of the album. I know Sam also really likes that song. Yeah, I like it. It's camp. I don't have an issue with it. It fully is like a scratch demo that I just kept as an actual song. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you like the song, you like the song, isn't it? Like, I don't know what that would have been if it wasn't that, because I probably wouldn't have used the instrumental. I just find it's like a really camp song, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of, that and Carried Away at the Disco definitely could be from the same planet. Anyway, the last track on the album, World, in brackets, The Future's Yours. I think there's 4 songs on this album with brackets, yeah, which is wild. But here's World, The Future's Yours. This is this was my political anthem of the album. Political song of the album. Quite modern, dubstep inspired, quite dated now though.
It's your future, it's your life.
Crunchy vocals, yeah.
Before it's over,
maybe not.
It's your future.
Okay, now I can
it's your life.
But this was an early addition to the album
actually. It's over.
So I just know, like some people hate this song. And it did cause a bit of drama when I had made this song. I will personally tell anyone who wants to know that, but you'll have to message me. Yeah, no, this was fully experimental. Like, I was fully like, I just wanted it to sound really, up at the top, all odds thrown in, everything in the kitchen sink. Purposefully kind of tuned, like that tuning is all intentional. I wish I tuned this vocal. And then maybe the reason why it isn't is because it didn't sound good, I don't know. Also, I don't think I put many effects on that vocal.
A change in future can be good for those who are in front of us.
This song lacks reverb on the verses.
Like it's a dog. A society is over.
The performance of this only got us a dance chart is something. I don't like this one though. I can get behind the others, that one I can't. That part was alright. It's just... Come through, okay. I love this bridge.
Make the future good for us. Build your life up and make the future good for us. Believe me when I say the future's your way. Believe me when I say the future's your way. Believe me when I say the future's your way. Believe me when I say.
You know what? I can't say I don't like it. I don't know. It's a weird song. Like, I feel like it's like very... Okay, thanks, girl. I don't know. I feel like it's very... Either you like it or you don't. But I couldn't imagine any other song on this album closing it other than this. And I love this outro.
The future's yours, the future's yours, the future's yours, the future's yours.
Crack in the vocal effect.
The future's yours, the future's yours, the future's yours.
I don't know why that song kind of reminds me of Big Fat Bass. I don't know why. It just does. Yes. Okay. That was Electric Street, the actual album.
Take me.
No thanks. We're now going to get into the unreleased songs from the album slash whatever, I don't even know. So right, let's get into Island Days. I hope Joby doesn't mind me playing this. I hope.
I wanna go back to those island days where we sipped champagne and we danced away.
Joby's voice sounds so good on this song.
'Cause every time that I relive those days, I feel the sun rays that we felt when we stayed. Many times I have wanted to go pack up and go away to the shining sun, to have fun and relive those island days. We could swim into the deep blue sea and be completely free. Learn how to peace and pride in 1, 2, 3, yeah. Living life with God is what I live for. It's what I live for. It's what I live for. Lying on the sun is what I die for.
I would love to redo this. I would so love to redo this. I'm sorry. This isn't one of my favorite songs in my discography.
Just please take me back to that special place.
The only issue is this was very much so in the bridge of my voice finding its new key, its new tone, and I feel like my vocals sound a bit too intense on this song, which is why I'd like to redo it.
And it was enough.
But I love the melody of like the verses and the chorus, which Joby did come up with, so I give him full credit to that, and he produced the song. So
imagine that I come to this, living in this space, a certain kind of abyss. That's when I wrote this song. I sat under the sun and rode away. I rode away. I finally understood what the meaning of life was. I see it now, and I understand how.
Living like a god is what I live for. What I live for. What I live for. Lying on the sun is what I die for. What I die for. What I die for.
Living like a god is what I live for. What I live for. What I live for. Lying on the sun is what I die for. It's what I die for. What I die for.
sorry, I completely got lost then. Like,
The sun
oh, I love
left
this.
marks upon my heart. I will never be apart from that special place. And now I see your shining face, and it reminds me of those days where I'd be happy and be me.
Living like a god is what I live for. It's what I live for. What I live for.
What I live for.
On the sun is what I die for. It's what I die for. It's what I die for.
It's what I die for. Living like a god is what I live for.
What I live for. What I live for.
Lying on the sun is what I die for.
It's what I die for. It's what I die for.
Crunchy last note. Thanks, me. I love that song. It just makes me feel happy. Like, I remember when we did the song, and I don't know if Joby will end up watching this or not, but when we did this song, I felt like this was the first song I ever was on that I was like, I would be more than happy this being like a representation of me, of my music and of something that I can release. I don't know. I feel like Joby low-key still doesn't mind this song. I mean, I feel it's... I don't know. I'm just going to quickly check in case anyone is watching this and commenting on it. I don't think anyone is. No, I don't think anyone is. I can't see anything anyway. But, yeah, no, I do really like this song a lot. Okay, quick speed round. We're going to go through the tracks that are on the unreleased collection on Bandcamp. Okay, there's a couple. There's not too many. Oh, actually, there could be a few. Yeah, there's quite a few. Oh wow, there is a lot. Okay, there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're going to speed run through these. First, we've got New York City. This was, once again, when the album went through. This was like one of the first songs I created after The Wilted Rose. And I do like the production of this song. But my vocals, my word. I mean, this was a demo.
say just not here in New York City. You bet your ass lucky you got pretty. Don't be fooled by the bars in New York City. They can feel you getting newer. They can feel you getting
I've never been to New York.
nearer. So don't be fooled by the bars in New York City. They can feel you getting newer. They can feel you getting nearer. So don't be fooled by the bars in New York City. They can feel you getting newer. They can feel you getting nearer. So don't be fooled by the bars in New York City. They can feel you getting newer. They can feel you getting nearer. So
Yeah, that's pretty much New York City. Let me see if it has a bridge.
New York City, they can feel nearer. So don't.
I don't think it does.
Tap, tap, tap on the drum so you can hear them. Knock, knock, knock on the door, you can be welcome. Tap, tap, tap
Yeah, it's
on
just
the
that.
drum so you can hear.
Yeah, I was very inspired by like the Fame. Like, I don't know. Then we've got If This Was the Last Song of Your Life. That just unlocked to memory because I completely forgot that I even made this song. Do you know, I actually don't hate this song. I do like this song. And I think I completely forgot about it when I was making the track list for Electric Street, but I don't think it would have fit on. In fact, this probably would have fit on very well for that simplistic album I was going to make. This is quite a dark song, actually, and I don't like that, personally. I mean, there's dark, I kind of...
Time's rushing, and you don't feel a thing anymore.
It's just, like, really, like, Wilted Rose coded, because
You're
there's a lot of stuff in this song that I didn't have, that the songs in Electric Street has.
but we can't pretend
I like the chorus of this song.
anymore. If this was the last song of your life, would you just sit here and cry?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like I want to go into much more of that one. If you want to check it out, it's on my Bandcamp, which Resurgence is now on there. Though it has been approved today. Yesterday, actually, it got approved by Root Note, finally. So hopefully it will be on streaming by next week. Okay, next, Breakdown Society. This song actually could have been on Electric Street. This is kind of like World's sister song, but I was very inspired by Madam X, which explains a lot about this song.
I speak
Specifically with the auto-tune.
that it's important
But
to catch
I don't know, I just feel like it
in
didn't have enough quality.
our society.
I don't know.
Basically all you do is fit in. Don't break the mold or you won't get in. People living in simulations, making them simulated, breaking down all connections. Gravity ain't existing. We live in a breakdown society,
It's just very...
living with high class anxiety. We are the breakdown society. We never see the ends of things. We always see the worst of things. We all need to get past.
And that's pretty much Breakdown Society. How does it end? Because I know it has probably a really camp...
Well, society. We are the breakdown society. We live with endless anxiety. Will the future wake up one day? Yeah!
Cringe. This is what I mean, I was very inspired by Madam X. Okay, next is Too Good To Be True. Demo. Yes, because my vocals sound awful. But I don't hate the song. This song had potential, actually. I just feel like it was a bit too modern for Electric Street. I don't know, this sounds like a very modern pop song, and that's just not what Electric Street gives to me.
I love for loving someone like you, but you were chose the wrong way. I knew to never trust you. You would have always been too good to be true. My feelings will eventually cave in. Until then I see in black and white. I mistook you for someone who knew me, but you just held that against me. Held that against me. Held that against me. Maybe my life was a trade that led to this. I never knew it was you.
Can't make me cringe.
People laughing at me makes me feel like shh. I guess that it was too good
Don't
to
say
be
it.
true.
If you're not gonna say it, don't say it. Like, too good to be true. Too good to be true. Why was I singing it like too
go
good
back,
to be true?
but now I regret it all. I thought I could change. I did, we all.
Okay, I'm not gonna listen to more of that because it just does get progressively worse. But that was only a demo, and I just didn't. I didn't want to redo it. So yeah. Oh, the next one's an interlude. Okay, yeah. So that was going to be an interlude I had in between Don't Tell Me to Come Back Here and I guess Get Away From Me. And it's just called Don't Believe Everything You See, and it's literally just that do with Don't Believe Everything You See. Anyway, the next one is It's Okay to Cry, which is also a demo. This song was produced by Joby, and I felt awful at the time that I didn't include this on the album. I don't feel like it fits Electric Street's vibe. I don't know. This is the issue, is like, I just had too many ideas. I just feel like the difference between like having too many ideas with A Day Without Music and having too many ideas with Electric Street is with Electric Street I got a product that I actually wanted to make, where with A Day Without Music I just forced myself to put together a load of songs because I felt like I needed to release an album. Anyway, this is It's Okay to Cry. It's like a really simplistic song, which once again, it would have fit on that simplistic album very well. But
some days you just gotta go through with it. Put a mark on the board and zoom in on it. And we try to see through it, but we never see the outlines. I've been trying every day, feel the air on my face, and before you know it, that do. But it's okay to cry, let your pain out today and you'll be alright. Cry, let water fall all down your face, let your pain out today and you'll be alright. Cry, but it won't. It's okay. Cry, take your chances, make it alright, break a sad fates, it's alright. Cry, but it's okay.
yeah, I don't know about that song. I'm not sure. Memorial Day. Another song that I don't actually like that I have. And it is quite dark, and I also don't like it, and it has no connection to the actual Memorial Day. That's just the name of the song. I'm just not a big fan.
It's getting kinda late.
Yeah, I just don't really want to get into this song. Sorry. Once again, if you're gonna hear it, feel free. But I personally would like not to. So yeah, and then the last song we're gonna cover in this review is Dust. I like this song. I feel like this could have replaced Designer Clothes. It's a bit basic. I was really inspired by Bet the Devil You Know, because I feel like that tambourine sounds.
I'm just here casually, laying down beneath Turby.
This could have been right after
sanity. It's a fresh air of relief.
Carried Away at the Disco.
You would know it personally. It catches you before you breathe. Take a step and you'll be evaporating. 1, 2, 3. Turn it up and mix it into dust. Like feelings they just collect. Mix it up, change stuff around. It's fun to do when you don't feel grounded. My feelings feel like dust and they often go away. My heart, it lingers around enough to be evaporated into dust.
Yeah, I like the song. It's just quite plain.
Your words get buried
Apart from-
into my mind like a coffin. My feel
I don't know, I find it really cute.
rated into
But the
dust.
end of this song is something.
They often go away.
Like when I said like I was trying to flirt with the idea of
My
making
heart,
camp
it
music.
lingers around
The ending of this song is that.
evaporated into dust. Here's the painting the town pink. Throwing glitter in your hair. Putting smiles on a face.
I mean, I know what I was trying to do, it just sounds really cringy.
Here's to singing your favorite song out loud, because when you sing it, you feel proud. And I'm here, standing in the room with all the surroundings dancing.
That is so inspired by Lost Without You, it's not even funny. It actually makes me cringe. That is a almost copy and paste. It's different writing a style of lyric when you're just going to take the exact same melody and lyric pretty much. I may as well have just said, and I'm standing out here in the crowd dancing, and it would have been the exact same. So no, that gets a chop for unoriginality. Ultimately, Electric Street is still my third now, I guess, favourite album I've made. Resurgence being first, Breathe being second, Electric Street being third. And then A Day and Polyhemia, like, they kind of changed. I would probably say A Day is probably fourth, and then Polyhemia is probably fifth. Which is funny because the 4 singles on Polyhemia are like chef's kiss to me. Like, I absolutely love them. But the rest of the album does suffer from a bit of filler syndrome. I mean, I don't know. I'll quickly get into my issue with that, because I probably won't do a retrospective review on Polyhemia, only because I've done the amazing interview with Sam, who was an absolute gem with that. So yeah, I probably wouldn't end up doing a Polyhemia review. I mean, unless people wanted me to, but... Okay, let's see. No, that's Electric Street. Polyhemia. Okay, let me go through it. So... maybe let's not. Okay, Polyhemia. Eloquence is fine. I've grown to like it. A Thesis I like. I Want to Feel is fine. In My World is... I mean, it's a standalone single. So, In My World being on this album... As much as I do like that, I do regret that. Because it really just made it feel like Smile. You know how like all the standalone singles are on Smile and you're like, okay, is this an album or is this an EP plus a load of singles? I don't know. Broken Heart is fine, it's just a bit crunchy. Passion Flower I do actually like, it gives me Impossible Princess vibes and I love it. Sam did a good job producing it. Verbal Gunpoint is fine. Hurt All the Way is bottom of the iceberg, the deepest cut in my discography actually. And Secretly I'm Thankful is okay. I don't know, it's just a weird album. Like, I feel like, I don't know, but I mean I still like it. It's just, it's definitely that album. I was gonna say it's like Fever, but it's not like Fever at all. It's kind of like, if I had to compare it to something, I would compare it to like True Blue. Not saying that my album's anything like True Blue, because True Blue is actually a good album, but you know, True Blue is very much that album. You know the singles, the rest of the album is like. you know. So yeah, but that's my Electric Street retrospect review. I'm more than sure I will, you know, end this and think of something to say. I mean, the Goddess of Dance tour was like the tour that supported both Polyhemia and Electric Street, mainly Polyhemia. How many songs from Electric Street did I perform? I did Carried Away at the Disco, Get Away From Me, Hurt Me Like That, Beware, Nightmare, Fake Happiness, and World. So 7, which isn't bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's... yeah, I don't know. But that's I think all I have to say. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you very much.